So I've recently got the Blackmagic Pyxis 12K in my studio, and this video is gonna be a bit more conversational. So it's gonna be maybe not conversational, but I hope to be conversational because I'm just trying to talk about this camera. I've not unboxed it yet, I've not used it yet, so it's more like kind of like first impression. So bit background about this. I've had the Blackmagic Pyxis 6K before now, and I've had that like twice or so. I bought it once, sold it, bought it back, and sold it again. So and I own the RED Komodo-X and also the Canon C50. So why do I have the Pyxis 12K in my kit, and is it here to stay or not? So that's one of the talk we get into later down this video. So we've got resolve, and that's one good thing about Blackmagic. Well, NAB is coming and Blackmagic are gonna announce some stuff, so I don't know what the feature of this free resolve studio version that you get with Blackmagic is gonna be. So I can't wait to see what Grant is gonna tell us very soon. So by now I think you would have seen quite a number of Blackmagic Pyxis 12K unboxing video and all of those things. One major reason why I have this in my kit at the moment, I don't know how long this will be with me, but I have this with me right now. And one of the main reasons why I want to actually try this out is because I've filmed on the Blackmagic Ultra 12K, the old version, and I'm a huge fan of the sensor on that camera, and with my understanding and knowledge, I think they have pretty similar sensors. It's just that was Super 35 and this is a full frame version. So I'm a huge fan of that sensor, but the only thing I don't like about that particular camera was the size, how big it was and kind of long. So I was also thinking about the Cine 12K, which kind of like everything comes with it, and it's a good package for working DP, but I don't know how I'm gonna cope with the size and the weight of that camera. So one of the reasons why I decided to go with this. So this is basically the same sensor. I won't bore you with all of these talks because I think most people that will be watching this video have seen stuff about the Pyxis 12K before now. So but as a RED Komodo-X owner, why would I go ahead and purchase a Blackmagic Pyxis 12K? And that is a question that I myself don't have an answer for at the moment, because I just want to try this camera out, use it in varieties of projects and see how it actually compares with the RED Komodo-X. And if you are interested in something like that, please do wait to leave a comment down below, and I'll make sure to do a lot of comparison video between these two cameras, not just talking about spec and stuff, because spec wise they are pretty different, and in sizes they are probably very close, and how you can read them are very close. But in terms of what you get out of the camera and how you can use it for different kind of projects, that's majorly what I'll be covering about these two cameras. And honestly, myself, I'm also interested in seeing how much difference they have, and considering price point, this is £4,000, and that my RED Komodo-X is probably 6,000 something pounds just for the body alone. So considering that you get a full frame body here and you get like Super 35 on the RED, and there are some other things you get from the RED that you don't have on these, like the global shutter, and this is a rolling shutter camera. So that, how does it come in play with making films and all of that? So those are stuff I actually want to see. The dynamic range, which I think they are very close in, like with what I've seen online, I think they are very close. So I don't really think that's where you can tell one camera apart from each other. I think it's more of resolution, because this can go up to 12K, which I don't think anybody's actually filming 12K except you want to do VFX and stuff. So I think I'll probably be using this more for 8K and 4K majorly, and my RED will still be my 6K camera. But the flexibility of the full frame version that you have on this camera, comparing it to the Super 35 on the RED Komodo-X, and then when you talk about the open gates recording mode, when you want to do anamorphic and all of that, those are areas where I think picking one over the other will actually come in play. Like having the Blackmagic for anamorphic filming will be really ideal compared to the RED Komodo-X because of the sensor size. But if you do something like sports or fast moving project, then you need to consider the rolling shutter on this compared to the global shutter on the RED Komodo-X. So those are stuff I actually want to play with. Use them maybe simultaneously on some projects, and some projects use them individually and see how they actually work together and how they work personally. So I'll be making not just one video about these two cameras. I'll make quite a number of videos about them. So that's many videos to watch out for. So if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when I drop all of those videos. And going forward, I got some little accessories to rig my Pyxis 12K, and let's just go into that. One of the main difference when you are talking about these two cameras again is the fact that you can get the 5-inch monitor that Blackmagic actually makes, so which goes and pair seamlessly with the Pyxis 6K, 12K and the Ultra Cine. So this is very cheap compared to what you get on the RED. So like if you're using the RED DSM-C3 monitor, which integrates well with the RED Komodo-X and Raptor, that's like close to 3 grand. So this is about 300 compared to something close to 3,000. So that's a huge difference, though this is 5-inch, that is 7-inch, but 2 inches for over 2,000 pounds difference. That's a lot. So those are stuff that you kind of weigh in, because I think most people that will be considering the Pyxis 12K will be people that want to spend up to, let's say, 5 grand, 6,000 in total rigging your camera, and that's not even up to the full price of a RED Komodo-X. So if you own a RED Komodo and you want to upgrade to RED Komodo-X or Raptor, and you're looking at the Blackmagic Pyxis, those are questions that I'll probably try and answer in my comparison videos that I'll be making. So Blackmagic are doing their NAB live stream in a couple of days, so I'm hoping that one of their new release will be a 7-inch monitor, something similar to this. Like build wise, I'm fine with this, just a bit larger. I'm a huge fan of 7-inch monitors, so if they can do that, I'll be down for that. And I can't really wait to see what they come up with. Right, talking about NAB, I think most people that want to upgrade to a Pyxis or buy a Pyxis camera, either 6K 12K or the Cine Ultra Cine 12K, will probably want to chill a bit and wait for NAB and see what Blackmagic are going to release. Myself, I'm hoping they make this Pyxis and put internal ND. If I don't really care about autofocus, which is good to have autofocus. It's nice because you have that on the 6K version now. If it comes on this, it's very nice. But one thing that I'm more interested in is this having internal ND. If they can crank internal ND into this camera, I think a lot of people will buy it. So if you are thinking of upgrading to a Blackmagic camera or get a Blackmagic camera, I won't say hold on to you. Maybe hold on to, because it's in a couple of days, which by whenever you're watching this video might be after. So let's see what they announce, and then you can make decision. But one thing I know about Blackmagic is when they release camera or announce cameras on for NAB, it doesn't really ship like months after. It takes a long time before they start shipping them cameras. So 12K is still a good value for £4,000. You get all of this. But if they end up coming with a version of this that is with ND filter inbuilt, then that would be a worthy purchase. So I think that's very long. So I've got a solution for V-mounts. I'm a huge fan of V-mount batteries, so I hope one of the next cameras Blackmagic will be announcing will also have a V-mount plate integrated into the camera, not all of this MPF thing, which is not bad. I mean, for those type of MPF batteries. I made a video some months back with my 6K Pyxis 6K, and I referred to my V-mount battery plates that I was using with the Pyxis 6K, and I had the tilter cage on the camera, but the tilter V-mount plate was just ridiculously too long for my likeness, so I decided to opt for is it Alvin V-mount plates. So there's a brand in America that I think, so it took a couple of days to arrive in the UK, but apart from that, I love the V-mount plates. So I made a video about my rig then, and I've had a series of questions about the V-mount plates, which is solid. And then few days back, Tilta announced the new V-mount plate for Pyxis 6K and 12K, and they kind of resolved that long issue with the old one. So this is the new Tilta plate. See how short that is. Still, you need to plug this in, unlike the old one that you just like tuck that into the MPF port. But I mean, I don't mind, because prior to them announcing this, I've been thinking of getting the mid 49 version, which is a lot expensive, but thank God this was announced. This is 150 or 140 something pounds. The old one I had was 80 something pound, 90 pound on Amazon. So this is, I think this is very nice. The only issue is with this is I think you have to mount it with the tilter cage. Man, this is clean built in my opinion. And I've read this online somewhere. I've heard someone talk about how the Pyxis kind of balance the weight of your rig. So if you are familiar with the house, the ZO film house, it's a bit heavy. So pairing that with my RED Komodo-X, you know the RED Komodo is like a box shape, like square kind of thing. So it's most time front heavy, so you have to like, and if you use top handle, you kind of like twist your wrist a bit just to balance it. But with this, it's very balanced. Like, see, don't know if you can see this, but I mean, when we talk about the cage, the rig, when I do a breakdown, we'll dive into that a lot more. But I think the weight distribution is perfect in my opinion. So, and I so much love this V-mount plate. You can put a battery in the, here, and then you have that's your backup. So you can always swap this out whenever you want to swap it. And this is my Pyxis 12K. So I'm gonna make a lot of videos comparing these cameras together, and I'll also talk about this camera personally and see how much you can output and you can get from this 4,000 watts of camera. That's a lot of talking. So if you're interested to see more about the Pyxis 12K or the RED Komodo-X, and like I promised, I'll make a video about the Canon C50. So do wait to subscribe to the channel. There'll be a lot coming in next couple of days. So I will see you then. Have a nice day. afternoon, or evening.